First question right here in the front.
Steph and Draymond, this question is for both of you guys. I know that you like to take things one game at a time, but one game away now, you could be NBA champions. How are you feeling going into Game 6, and also how bad do you want this?
What's the best way to say it? Really bad. I mean, long season goes into these last moments of a final series, and we fought hard all year and put ourselves in good position now to go to Cleveland and hopefully close it out. So we're confident. We're not getting ahead of ourselves. The locker room, if you walked in there, was the exact same after a regular season win. But we know the sense of urgency of the moment, and it's a good feeling to get a win in Cleveland and understand we can get it done and how we need to get it done. So ready for the opportunity.
Next question on the left side.
Steph, obviously winning this game was a big deal, but I'm just curious how much you're enjoying what looked like a guard, small forward pickup game out there tonight.
It's a chess match, and we both have a lot of wings and guards that can fill a five-man lineup, and they made an adjustment, didn't play Mozgov pretty much at all the whole game, so they tried to match our lineup, and obviously over 48 minutes we feel like we can be versatile with who we can throw out there and how we're going to win games. So I'm sure there'll be another adjustment going into Game 6 that our coaching staff will make, and obviously theirs as well. We just got to be 1 through 14 locked in. That's been our calling card all year. Whoever steps on the floor is going to give us something. LB came in tonight, did what he was supposed to do, and impacted the game on the offensive end and the defensive end. Can't be said enough what HB was able to do in his minutes with putbacks, giving us extra possessions, being physical in the paint. He really changed the game, and especially in the fourth quarter, he got us 3 extra possessions that we needed. So everybody's got to be ready, and I think that'll hopefully give us a good chance to win in Game 6.
Mark on the left.
One for each of you guys. Mark Schwartz, ESPN. Steph, when you get rolling like that, 17 in the fourth quarter, the basket, I guess, looks real big to you. Do you have any sense, now that you're done, what you accomplished, how difficult some of those shots were, and how much your ball handling lets you get some of the space to make them?
Those are plays I've been making all year, and the ones that I feel confident in. And I think it helps to have gone through Game 2 where we were rushing a little bit in the same situation, a 1-2 possession game in the fourth quarter, and we got, I call them better shots because they were more in rhythm than in Game 2 where it was come down, look for the first shot. Don't even run any sets, don't even run any screen and rolls, and we didn't kind of settle into them. And I think once one goes in, obviously it helps to keep your confidence high.
And Draymond, there was this narrative throughout most of the series that Matthew Dellavedova was hounding, harassing, and bothering Steph, and his physicality was making Steph unable to do what he did all season. Based on tonight, what do you think of that narrative?
People were saying that. I never really got off into it. The man, I think Steph maybe had an off game or two. That's basketball. I'm taking Steph in any matchup, so he was hounding, physical dirty, it's a fine line, whatever you want to call it. He do what he do, but I was going with Steph no matter what, and I'm still rolling with Steph no matter what.
Over here on the left side.
Steph and Ben from Slam Magazine. Following up on the first question, you answered it strategically, what it was like to play such small ball, but obviously, ultimately, you want the win, but talk about just with your style of play. Were you enjoying kind of the open space maybe you had? That fourth quarter, you looked like you were having a very good time.
Yeah, it's more screen and roll heavy, and I love the chemistry I have with this guy right next to me to be able to make those plays, because if he's not a threat, then they can kind of go all out and sell out in the traps, and that's how we've been effective all year, like I said, because we have the versatility and the talent, all 1 through 5 on the floor to be able to make those plays. So if I come off and they trap, I got faith in Draymond to make the right play. He finds the open guy or he's able to finish. He got us like 6 free throw attempts just off of him catching in that wide open space and making the play and attacking the big or whoever was rotating at the rim, knowing I didn't have really a shot blocker besides Tristan. So he was able to get to the free throw line, get us some easy points, and then I was able to attack when they're kind of in between, not really knowing what they wanted to do in the pick and roll, and give me some open looks from 3 too.
Again, in the same row?
Yeah. Mark Purdy from the San Jose Mercury News and Bay Area News Group. Draymond, after Game 3 in Cleveland, some of the guys were kind of playing it cool, but you were the one guy that came out and said you were really angry about what was going on and that you declared you didn't want it, you were going to do something about it. Why did you do that, number one? Number two, are you less angry now? and number three, you know, what was happening there at the end when you kind of looked like you were doing some police work when they were going to hack and you stepped in? Do you remember?
No, I knew it was only 2 seconds left that they could do the foul, so just kind of blocked them a little bit and kind of, channeled my inner football skills. And as far as the Game 3, I was upset, and the reason I came out and said it is because, in playing with Coach Izzo, one thing he's always taught me is if you're going to be a leader, you sometimes have to take the blame on yourself. And if you're going to call somebody out, then you got to call yourself out too. And I know I was pathetic in the first 3 games. But yet I also knew that, there were some things that, a lot of guys on our team, all of us, needed to do better, and that was fight. But I wasn't bringing any fight to the game, so how could I call anybody else on our team out, and I wasn't bringing any fight? And, that's kind of my role on this team. Part of my role is to, bring that fight to the game, bring that toughness. And I wasn't doing it, so I couldn't necessarily blame them for not bringing it. But at the same time, I knew we all needed to bring it, so it needed to be heard. And I just felt the need that, if we're going to win and we're going to turn this series around, that needs to be stated not only to the team but to the world, because we were completely getting outworked, out-hustled, out-dogged, however you want to put it, they were doing that. And in order to win games at this level in the NBA Finals, that can't happen. And we've done that all year, so we can't let up now. And that was my motive.
Okay, are you still angry?
Yes, I am still angry. I'm an angry person.
Tim in the back.
Steph, you were asked yesterday if you wanted a signature moment in the NBA Finals. You said you just want to win a championship. Do you think the behind-the-back, crossover-back, fadeaway 3 over Dellavedova and Thompson pick and roll maybe is your signature moment? Draymond, if you want to add to, is that something that you're going to remember for maybe the milestone that you're going to remember personally from this series, possibly?
I mean, it was a fun moment, but it only means something, and it'll probably I have a better answer for that question after we win the championship, because signature moments only come for players who are holding the trophy at the end of the day. So I can sit here and talk about what a great play it was, or what a turning moment it might have been, but we have to be able to back it up and finish the job. So it helped us win this game, and hopefully after our next win, we can talk about all the great moments in the series.
Draymond, your thoughts on that play?
I'm not going to go into signature for the reasons that Steph just gave, but it was an incredible play, and I enjoyed watching it, from my front row seat.
Go last 3, Jeff, Ann, and over here.
Draymond, Andre spent a lot of time on LeBron, and several other guys, including yourself, did too. Steve Kerr thought you guys worked real hard against him. Is he so good that you guys can play well defensively and he still gets 40?
Yeah, that's the player he is. He's been there for years now, so you're not going to shut him down. But if you continue to make him work hard for each and every bucket that he gets, it takes a toll on his body. He does a lot for this ball club. On top of, he's not a guy that take the defensive end of the court off. So he's constantly working. And you just want to make him take tough shots, make him work for those baskets that he get. If he get 40, get 40. That's, like I said, that's why he's LeBron James. And you can go throw a triple team at him. He'll probably still get 40. But as long as you make him work for those 40, then you got to be satisfied with what you do. And, you know, he took 34 shots and got 40. I mean, 15 for 34 is still a great percentage, but, you know, that's kind of what it's been this entire series. He's going to be aggressive to score, you know, especially with, you know, some of the guys that they have out. And we understand that. And if he hitting shots, he hitting shots. You got to live with it and continue to make him take tough ones.
Ann?
Draymond, there was that moment in the second quarter where you got fouled by Dellavedova, and it looked like Andrew kind of calmed you down and maybe kept you from maybe even getting ejected. Could you talk about that moment? And I mean, you've said you've been playing angry. Were you angry at that point?
I was a little angry, you know, at what took place. I mean, I'm really not going to get into it. You know, it is what it is. The play happened. You know, I thought something went on the play, but hey, it is what it is. We got one more game, hopefully, to, you know, try to close this series out, and that's my focus. I'm not really going to worry about that play that happened in the second quarter, although I was upset when it happened.
And did Andrew calm you down a little bit?
Yeah, he did. So I was upset and just wanted to be heard, but he didn't allow me to be heard. So I eventually knew I just had to let it go.
Last one on the right.
Draymond, in the last minute, you embraced Steph and said something to him. Can you share with us what you were saying?
I told him if he ever steal my rebound again, we're going to have to fight. And you may think I'm lying, but
situation, man.
that's what I told him. Don't come steal my rebounds, bro.
I thought it was a heady play, a fouling situation. I mean, he did tell me. I won't go into that, but I think I you know, 2 shots, I'll knock him down. He'll probably knock him down too, but I need to get that ball. I need to get that ball.
It was going to be a hot potato
Thanks,
anyway.
guys.
He was right there, but